Alright, here is a walkthrough of a work in progress version of my very first from scratch capital vessel. And right now I'm calling it the Anubis because I've been watching The Expanse. It has nothing to do with the show, the ship that's on the show, but anyway, that's just what I'm calling it right now. I don't know. So let's see, this is what it looks like in the dark. Let's show the show. So I was inspired by, it's like a trader vessel in the game. I saw one when I went to the Trade Federation space, and I was like, I really liked the fact that it was just like a cigarette shape. I saw it from like far away, and so I was inspired by that, and so I took some cues from the way that it was made, but this one I built completely from scratch. But anyway, I was a bit inspired by the other one. That's kind of what I was going for, was something that's just like very like long and thin like this. I don't know, it's something very cool and like spacey about that to me. Yeah, so front you've got some laser drills, and it's funny, you can actually see the core right there through this window. Let's go to daytime. This is work in progress. I'm not sure how much more I'm going to do to it. I just spent a bunch of time texturing the inside and a bit on the outside today, but I'm trying to figure out exactly how to do it. I'm still quite new at building. I mean, I've been playing this game for like 6 months or something like that, but as far as building from scratch and like texturing and stuff, I'm still new at it. So I'm pretty happy with how far I've progressed since this is my very first CV starting from scratch. So but yeah, this is what I have so far. It's got landing pad. This is specifically to use in my multiplayer game that I'm playing right now as well, so it's an upgrade from the small ship that I'm using. It's also still relatively small, so as far as CVs go, and it doesn't use like a ton of power, but it has all the space that I need for my multiplayer game. So I'm doing this specifically, like I'm gonna put my SV on the top, and then I have a small HV that I'm gonna put inside. Yeah, so I ended up adding like a kind of a hangar area here. It's got a bunch of storage, a bunch of different places to put my stuff. This is the kind of mining chair. So here you can see if you're doing mining. I just thought that was kind of cool to have this window like that. That's one of the chairs, and then the other one, if you go up, this is the sort of main area up here. I don't know if I'm gonna leave these windows. It's kind of silly, but it looks kind of cool. This is with the turrets up. So that's the view with the turrets down. Then back here, switch out of God mode. Got my constructors and stuff. Little food area. This is the medical bay with a shower and all the medical equipment. This is the CPU core room. It's core 6, 7, or is it core 6? I'm also trying to keep the cost down a bit so I can make this in multiplayer and not have it be crazy expensive. All this stuff, and then the drive kind of room, which I tried to have this more so I could upgrade things, but I ended up not liking how much power this thing was using. So let's see if I turn stuff off. So now it's using 3.4, which I think is totally fine. Before it was using like 6 or something, so I added a ton of these plasma converters, and I needed a lot of space to put one, what is this, an advanced one? Advanced plasma turbine. So, and I maxed out, I think, on the, yeah, maximum amount. So I maxed out on the standard plasma turbines and then put one advanced, which is just like ridiculously huge. Because I don't know, just in case later I want to add more shields or something to it when I'm actually playing. Yeah, I want to be able to kind of like get around in here a little bit. And as far as shields go, it's got a lot more than the ship I'm using right now. It's got 34k. It's not a battleship, but this is basically just designed for me to be able to run around. It's going to be my primary ship, but it's not where I live. So my whole thing is I don't want to have every single thing I own on one ship. I mean, I was looking at people that were talking on chat, and like somebody got disconnected and their ship was flying towards a Xerax station or whatever, and they got disconnected, and by the time they came back on, their ship had like been destroyed. So I mean, like, weird stuff does happen, so I don't really like the idea of having every single thing that I own inside of my CV. So this is basically to run around, be able to store a good amount of stuff, but then not have like all my eggs in one basket, basically. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. This is all cargo here. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep working on this a little bit, and then once I feel like I'm relatively happy with it, I will put it on the Steam Workshop. But yeah, I think it's going to be a good little kind of mid-game CV. Thanks for watching. Bye.